So a few questions for you. Experian and your other competitor are the two main trusted safe havens for advanced analytics in television and addressable TV. Can you explain a little bit what it is to be a trusted safe haven of this really important data and how that protects consumers' privacy?
Okay, sure. With our background, our Experian is known for our credit business, credit bureau business. So we've developed a lot of security practices that we've implemented in that business that we have taken to this to trust the privacy compliant, the private data of TV operators and other partners, TV partners, so that when they give us a name and address that they can trust that it will not be released inappropriately and matched in a privacy compliant way, which is needed. So we do a lot of that for the operators and others to take that in, match it with other TV partners of theirs, as well as third-party and first-party data sets, so advertiser data. So on the same principle, an advertiser will trust Experian with their data, and so that know that we won't mishandle it and we'll treat it appropriately and we'll give it back to them. So that's a key factor when a lot of these companies in the advanced TV space are saying, hey, how are you going to get through these privacy concerns? They can say, well, I'm working with Experian, and that they tell us that soothes a lot of heartburn. Tell
me what the vetting process was like with the first operator that you onboarded. Tell me how long did it take and how much did they scrutinize your safety procedures?
Yes, exactly. We did trials with Comcast way back in 2007, 2008, and they wanted rigorous detail about how do we touch their file, how does it go through every step of the process, and are there any leaks that the data could get released, and so we would walk them through every step of it. And you're right, it was a very thorough process. And then later, Cablevision was the next that we worked with, and they asked pretty much very similar questions. And so we have data experts, privacy experts, who that's their only job, and we work with them and to talk with the operators in that case. And again, almost basically every operator has asked those questions and has been satisfied.
So Experian is really well known for their data assets, but you also talk a lot about linkage and measurement. Can you touch on what linkage means to Experian?
Sure. Linkage to us is the connection of customer data and partner data in order to identify a segment for use in targeted media. So whether that is using name and address data, IP address data, cookie data, email addresses, mobile data, we can take all of those things and resolve them to an ID. So we do have partners like a Neustar to help us with onboarding to cookie data. We have other data, mobile partner data, do the same thing to help us resolve to that. So, but most of it, the bulk of it is the assets that we have, and so it is a key part that, you're right, is not talked about a lot, but is kind of a key cog in the wheel that makes all this go.
Especially for cross-media analytics.
Right. It's actually, we've seen that boom more than we thought, and that's one of my jobs, is to bring other parts of the TV ecosystem together and say, hey, I can match you in a privacy compliant way to all these other partners. You don't have to worry about a thing. It seems to be something that's needed.
And measurement is another thing that you talk about. So tell me a little bit about Experian's role in measurement.
Okay. So with our background in direct mail would always measure and document in very meticulous ways to prove how did that campaign do. Targeted TV is the same thing. Is we want to know how it's performing, and so we can take in the viewing results, take in the sales data from the advertiser, and we already know the target demographic, and we can generate a report at both sides, because both sides don't really want to show the other, so they need a third party in the middle to do that neutral analytics for them, and so we do a lot of that, regression modeling, and it's getting more advanced all the time, actually. Marketers are getting much more savvy about the measurement they want around targeted TV.
So we've seen a fairly significant uptick over the last 3 years, kind of in this advanced TV, addressable TV space, almost a doubling of ad spend into the space. What do you think is on the horizon for 2017?
I think the big thing is cross-platform. I'm not the first to say that, but linking these other channels, a lot of people don't know all that can be done. And I think the word is getting out about, I can link that to geolocation data, so I can see, did that TV ad drive someone to a retail location? So, which helps prove the value of TV, even if the sale didn't occur. Because we're very focused on trying to drive sales, but also did it drive another activity that you want? That's something we can tell people now, and that word is going to start to get out.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you.